pretty spiritual, and I really do believe that art is another form of prayer. And so I really feel that music has not only healed me, but it can heal the entire world. And for each person, they have their own prayer, and someone can hear that in a different way, you know? And so it's important that each prayer gets out there to the world so that someone else can pray with them. My body is full of chills whenever I hear someone who is authentically themselves and pouring their heart out through music. And I feel like so many people can feel that too, you know, and it's healing. We're surrounded by beauty and nature, so my music, the sounds, the lyrics, it's very influenced by that. No matter what the genre is coming out of Hawaii, I think you can sense some sort of beauty and nature, and everyone that listens to that music, it brings them back here. That's the best part about this job, is being able to do that for myself and then for the listener. My name is KIMIE Minor, and I'm a singer, songwriter, recording artist, a publisher, producer, and a mother. In the front seat, that Bronco, baby. I grew up listening to every style of music, you know, and I think that we have such an appreciation for all styles of music here in Hawaii. I definitely loved to write my own music, but I didn't realize that that could be a career. I just thought singing, you know, a singer, you're a singer and that's it. And then I realized, God, I love writing music. I just love to sit and write. That's what I find the most joy in music, is the writing, the lyrics. It's literally like a reflection of what I'm seeing in my world. I wrote Bamboo driving home. I live on the North Shore, on the east side of the North Shore. So I drive through the most beautiful, like Kahana Valley, and just through all of these forests, and I see waterfalls on the ko'olaus. And I had this hook stuck in my head, bam, bam, boo, over and over. And I was like, oh, I wonder, like, where can I turn this? How can I take this? I realized that I wanted it to be a love song. And then I co-wrote the song with an artist here in Hawaii, Isaac, and then also an artist in the mainland. It was about letting love go so that it could grow. You know how they say that, right? If you let it go and it comes back, then you know. I would say my genre of music is like the new sort of Hawaiian music that's evolved and coming out of Hawaii because of the soundscapes and everything that's ever changing here in the island. I just finished my new album, Proud as the Sun, and I actually worked on that when I found out I was HAWAIʻI with my first baby. And so this is the most special project I've ever worked on. And actually it was the quickest album I've ever worked on. It only took me 4 months. This album is not only about my journey to discovering who I am and self-discovery and empowerment, but it's also my prayer for my little daughter. You know, it's like, what are all these things that I want, not only for myself, but for this new baby girl that I'm bringing into the world? You see those pictures, these beautiful images of mothers that have babies on their backs and they're back in the fields working because they need to make a living. And that's the same is true for me. I mean, we live in Hawaii. It ain't cheap to live here. It's a hard industry to be in, the music industry or arts, you know, and try to make money. When I started out in the music business, it was over 10 years ago, and I actually signed a bad deal and I made wrong choices, and it really led me down a longer road to get to here now. I was so lost and I had no mentor back then, no one to guide me through this. And I kind of became jaded after that. I mean, I really did think that someone else was gonna come in and make all my dreams come true. And it wasn't until I really realized that I could do it myself that everything turned around. There was MySpace, and I just started recording songs in my flat that we were in, like on my computer. My music had over 1 million views, and it was just songs I wrote on my guitar and like produced myself on GarageBand and put up. And I made it downloadable, and I was the #1 unsigned artist in the state of Hawaii. That was really the moment, was seeing the positive response to what I thought was just something I was just internal. It was very internal, and when I finally got it out onto MySpace and I saw such a positive response, it was very encouraging for me to continue writing, and then I started working on an album and writing more and more music. You know, it kind of became addicting. But I realized that it was all within me and I didn't need someone else to do it for me. I want to provide kids with an opportunity to access more of the world, I guess, for more of the world to reach them. So if they're writing music on their ukulele in a taro patch somewhere, I want someone into Japan to be able to download their music. And so how do we take them from that taro patch to the ears of in Japan, you know? And so that's really what I want to do, is just bridge the gap and open up people's minds to the different types of music coming out of Hawaii, because it's not just traditional Hawaiian music, there's so much more. We are millennials, we're changing, everything is changing. The soundscape in Hawaii is so different than it was 50 years ago. And I love the idea of just weaving people together. So I started Haku Collective, which is music production, publishing, licensing, and mentorship. I want girls especially to see that like you can be a mom and still be out there doing what you gotta do. And they totally have what it takes to be that badass businesswoman themselves and still raise a family. And I know some mano wahine who are doing it all, and it's inspiring. And that's the only reason I feel confident to do this, is because I have mentors and people that I look up to who are doing it as moms and entrepreneurs and business owners. It's unbelievable when I walk into a school and I hear these kids that are writing in half Hawaiian, half English songs, and their songs are so deep and their voices are just like angels. You know, it's amazing, it's inspiring, it gives me chicken skin, and I want that same opportunity for my daughter one day.
The best part. Hey, you are the best part.
Hey. Waves are